It's kind of hard figuring out what you want to do with your life and everything. So
when I actually initially went to go make my plan for set to graduate with the counselor, and I went in there completely blank. I didn't know anything what I needed, just my general math, English, child development, and then I felt really, as soon as I left and I had a whole plan made for each semester, I felt so good and so ready to work and accomplish all my goals. So yeah.
I think my main issue is just access to counselors who have that kind of knowledge about TAG and just allowing us to have that more personal relationship with it. That would really help.
The only obstacles I faced during my first year was being able to get the right classes that I needed. So not knowing what kind of classes I need to transfer, and I didn't know what questions to ask, so that was a really big challenge.
I wasn't writing very strongly in my essays, so she kind of sat down with me, pointed me in the right direction. She fixed little things here and there, and then helped me become a stronger writer.
From my experience, if you know the counselor and you liked it, I hope that they have some kind of system that at least oh, can we talk to you, just specifically you, because you know me more than an other counselor.
She never let us give her an excuse for us not to do anything. She was always very much if you're not going to be here, just let me know. I'll send you the files, or if you are going to show up late, that's fine, just give me a heads up.
Mostly registering. I've been here for 4 years now, and I think the first year I was just trying to get any class that I could for priority. It was really hard, and I only got into chemistry by raffles, so I'd probably be here longer if I didn't win that. I think that's the biggest challenge.
She will always email all the pathway students that don't forget about this before the semester ends. So it really just helped to get along in school for my first semester.
The latest example, I would say business communications. I was taking 3 classes that one semester, and so she understood my stress levels and my busy schedule, but she was willing to meet outside of class, and I emailed her. She was just a really good communicator.
He has always been very caring. When you go to his office hours, he tries always to give you time to meet your concerns.
I remember one thing that he said was that do all the homework so that when the test comes, it's easy. So the test is more just more homework because it's the same stuff from the homework, and that really spoke to me and made a lot of sense through just spending 3 hours a day doing the work. When the test came, it was just like a breeze. It was really easy, and that has carried on to all my other classes, not only mathematics.
It's not even just about the material anymore, it's more about how they make you feel and how they can encourage you to do things, or even question why you do things and make you question why you do the things yourself.
Sometimes the attitudes that professors bring can be negative, and they can become people who are telling us about the world instead of being with us on a journey of exploration.
I also like it when teachers have us teach other people. I really think that if you learn something with the intention of teaching others, that you really tend to retain it more.
Talking about certain topics that the readings cover, such as gender roles, identity, sex, and so on and so forth. And we have these discussions, the questions that we ask each other about how we feel, whether we relate or not, and our own personal experiences and all that. And I felt like that greatly helped me in my learning experiences because it allowed us to engage with our topics, it allowed us to debate and fortify our positions or convert our own experiences.
We just let people come together and then talk, and just that's how everybody engages and forms connections and stuff like that. So
I think whenever I first came to PCC, my goal was to just kind of get in and get out, but I was never against making friends along the way. So I've made a couple of really good friends here. I see one of them every day. We have a class together now. People know exactly how I feel about things, and they know about classes and professors, and it makes it an easier experience than to just be completely alone.
My major is in teaching, so I had professors, and several of them help me out every semester and let me know, like, hey, you're doing a really good job, or hey, this career field is really good for you, and they really pointed out my strengths.
After my presentation, he said, you know, I see this in a lot of, I don't see this in a lot of students, but with you, I can see that you seem really dedicated and you seem really determined to pursue your goal. And I know he doesn't know me personally, but he knows that he sees that I'm officer material, and hopefully I can become an officer.
You know, in order to bring students together and with the assumption that they will feel comfortable, but sometimes it doesn't work like that when you treat culture more as a representation, something that you can represent in some way, instead of something that you can perhaps value. If you see it as a value, like, not like, oh yeah, I feel proud to be Mexican, for example, or to be Latino. It's more about why, like, why should I feel value? What's the value? It's not only about feel proud of your history, for example, where you come from, whatever. It's more about what can you do, what do you offer as a human being